Die Aufgabe für James Wilson wird nicht einfach sein. Er trifft auf die aktuelle Nummer 5 der Welt. Der einzige Spieler, der 2 WM-Titel in 2 aufeinanderfolgenden Jahren gewinnen konnte. 2011 und 2012. Herzlich willkommen aus Stoke-on-Trent, Jackpot, Adrian Lewis. Dieses Matches.
So time for one of name draws for this Mulheim crowd to take to the stage on a Saturday night. In the number 4 seed, the 2-time world champion Adrian Lewis in action on the Oki in the second round of the European Darts Trophy here at the RWE Sporthalle. No problems so far this evening for the number 6 seed Ian White, the number 8 seed Dave Chisnell. And hopefully Adrian Lewis will be looking to join those two in the third round tomorrow. Standing in Lewis's way of a meeting with Terry Jenkins on Sunday afternoon, James Wilson. More on him in a moment. But Rod Harrington-Lewis comes into this tournament on a real high after his success last month at the inaugural Auckland Masters. You were there. What did he make of his performance in New Zealand and in Australia as well?
Yes, I mean, it started off quite bad for him in Perth. I mean, Simon Whitlock's 4-1 up against him, and you're thinking, you know, if he goes on and loses this and gets a bit of a whopping, Adie's going to be on the back foot and what have you. But he comes through that, and he just got better and better. And then he got to Sydney, but then in Auckland,
first leg, Adrian,
beat Phil Taylor in the last
Game
leg,
on.
and then beat Barney in the final. I know the semi-final and final were as good as it gets, you know, 5,000 people, and but it's and I put it down to this last dart.
140.
He didn't waste his last dart. He didn't throw it too quickly. He actually exaggerated his extension on the last dart, and in my opinion, and he said it, that he won it because of that. You know, he wasn't wasting points. He was getting 40 points nearly every leg because of that last dart. You've only got to do it once, Rob. That's an extra 40 points.
Yeah.
That makes all the difference. It either gives you a dart or a double or 2 darts or none. And against the top players like the Taylor and Barnveld, because Barnveld was playing superb as well, that was what made all the difference. So it'd be interesting to see how the last dart goes here this evening. But James Wilson new to the PDC, so he's still learning the trade, although he's come over with plenty of pedigree.
Yeah. And also he faced a really strong display from Martin Schindler in the final game of last night's. Although 4-4, I suppose his experience, as you say, his quality eventually saw him pull away in the closing stages. He won 6-4 in the end. Had a very stylish 87 checkout on the bull and a 12 darter as well to finish things off. So, yeah,
60.
Job done as far as Wilson was concerned.
67.
Many people expected Schindler to buckle. It was a big occasion for the teenager, but yeah, he was a very committed performer yesterday against Wilson. But Wilson coming through, who's, as Rod said, is just finding his feet on the PDC tour. The day after he was knocked out of the BDO World Championship, he signed up to the qualifying school with the intention of earning a tour card, and he did precisely that. As Adrian Lewis notches up the first leg of the match. Wilson made his European Tour debut. Hildesveld lost 6-1 to Van der Voort that day. Also featured in Riesa too. He made the second round there, so he's matched that particular achievement here by reaching the second round here in Mulheim.
140.
Yeah, James is just pulling the dart. Maybe a bit of nerves, a bit of tension.
22.
Might get some sweat on the fingers, so he's holding the dart a little bit too hard. Normally a right-handed player will slide him into the 5s, but he's pulling him into the 1s.
60.
Wilson had a very notable win over Michael Smith at a Players' Championship event earlier this year as well. But playing Lewis on a European stage like this, a very different proposition.
81.
Well, that was a wasted last dart. Good rhythm, it just wasted. But James has lost the throw here already. He's got to start finding the trebles. You don't want to start going 2-3 legs down to someone like Adrian Lewis, because he's not firing on all cylinders at the moment, and when he does, he's going to wear this treble 20 out. Well, that's just bad luck, just caught the flights.
But nevertheless, he's down to a finish against the Wilson throw.
Well, he's going to get 6 darts from here to break the throw of James Wilson. Just a nice little straight ton he'll settle for.
60.
Well, as you say, Rod, he has that safety blanket, doesn't he, with Wilson on 180. And again, he's dragged over to the 1.
41.
Yeah, I mean, the other stage straight, 320s is not the end of the world, but the 1, leaving the 139, has really crucified him.
So tops for a 2-0 lead. Not to be on this occasion. You suspect he'll be back, but you never know. And he will be.
40.
The 1 again.
He's got 5 1s so far, is James Wilson. Maybe hit the double top first dart last time. It's a bit high. Getting closer, this should be in.
Yeah,
the second dart was a perfect guide. And James Wilson at the moment is making it very easy for Adrian Lewis, the 2-time world champion, to run away with it. James Wilson's under a 66 average at the moment.
We can see there Lewis is feeling the heat physically, I suppose. He's got a very moist upper lip, hasn't he, and looks to be sweating a little bit out there, but he's not feeling the heat in terms of Wilson's pressure here. Lewis into a 2-0 lead with a healthy first 9 average of over 101. I say healthy, it's much, much healthier than James Wilson's.
40.
Same goes for the overall average too.
Like I said, the thing with, you know, people like Adrian Lewis, Michael van Gerwen,
45,
Gary Anderson, those type of players, that if you're not going to punish them when they're playing indifferent, you know they're just going to all of a sudden start stepping up and hitting 140s and 180s for fun.
140.
And so if you don't do it when they're playing bad, you're not going to get near them when they're playing well.
Well, Lewis has 1 European title under his belt. He won the German Masters 3 years ago. He's only turned up for 2 of these 6 events so far this year. And in those 2, he reached the semis in Hildesheim at the start of the year, and also in Munich, where he was beaten by John Henderson. That was a big surprise. So a semi-finalist on 2 occasions, but no, the only 2 times he's turned up this year. He's here this weekend, though, looking for a similar good run, and maybe more.
60. Well, James Wilson's 3 140s in this league to on a scrappy score to leave 36 for a 13 dart leg.
Well, this is a really good chance for a break, and he needs to take it. That one's further away.
18.
And that's left double 9.
You require 80.
Well, Wilson can't afford to pass those up. Another one of those for Lewis, leaves tops. He's just had to step over to the right-hand side,
60.
and it's just under the wire as well. So
You require 18.
now, will he split this first time of asking, or will he go for the double 9? Let's see.
No, I think he'll go straight for it. Well, that's a good guide. Oh dear, now panic. May pull it inside now. Yeah,
9.
could see that happening.
20.
Well, AD should punish him now.
Well, he should do.
10. James, you require 9.
Well, this time he has split it for double 4. 21 dart leg for James Wilson, but he'll take that. Anything will do right now for him.
Fourth leg, James to throw first.
3 missed opportunities at double 9. He eventually got over the line with double 2. And it's a break back.
140.
Yeah, a bit of a scrappy leg from both players. And James Wilson nearly give it away, give AD Darter the double, but as yet Lewis not really got into his stride, but perhaps that will. It's certainly liven the crowd up. And Wilson's got to match him. Yeah, good return from Wilson.
140. 59.
No joy with the 20s, no joy with the 19s either. So a chance here for Wilson to press on. And he's doing exactly that. Brilliant pass from James Wilson. His first 180 of the match. Takes him down to a very, very manageable finish. And Lewis, well, is also down to a finish as well. But Wilson, if he wants any chance of winning matches like this, he has to take out finishes like this. Double 16 he needs. That's more like it from James Wilson.
Yes, an 11 dart leg to level it up.
Game on.
He hit 3 140s in the previous leg. A couple of 140s and a 180 in that leg. So now
100.
time for AD just to tighten up. Start hitting a few more treble 20s, otherwise 221 dart legs, they could have gone either way.
100.
Again, that one pitched in at an angle as well. But that's good coverage from, good covering shots from Adrian Lewis.
Well, he just checked himself with the last dart there, didn't he? You know, it makes all the difference. Well, you know, fair play, it doesn't work all the time, but
45.
we do talk about percentages and not missing big numbers, and it comes in legs. Could be the leg that takes you on to win the match. Well, it's caught the flight as it's come in.
121.
And again, the last dart has been used.
Real buzz around the Sporthalle here in Mulheim as James Wilson lands another maximum. This time it's against the throw, but he's still on 176. 6 darts from here for Lewis, and he may not need anywhere like that.
130.
Yeah, it's unusual. You just had to check that with Georgie Noble. And it's always best if you're in any doubt, just say to the children, what have I scored?
40.
Because you don't want to make mistakes at this crucial points in the game.
Double 8 then for Lewis.
Aim shot and a 5th leg.
It's a hold.
Lewis. 6th leg James to throw first. Game on.
So we're effectively on
60.
throw again here once again. Well, you can see Lewis's reaction there.
A little bit of frustration in the Lewis game at the moment.
He's not looking totally fluid, is he? But you just suspect if he scratched beneath the surface, there's more to come here from Lewis. And bang on cue, he's threatening another maximum here, but it's 121 in the end.
Yeah, that's unusual. He wasted that right over in the one. Well, a chance here for AD to get the throw here. A couple of trebles.
There you are. Your wish is Lewis's command. Yeah, there's a growing murmur around this venue in Mulheim, with Michael van Gerwen up next on stage, by the way, against Adam Hunt.
45.
The world #1 arrived in the practice room just as the afternoon session was ending, as Lewis, well, he doesn't want another one of those.
159.
And that sets it up very nicely indeed. He'll have a few cracks at double 12.
85. Adrian, you require 24. Aim shot and the
13 dart leg from Lewis. A break of throw. It takes him 4 legs to 2 up here against
Game on.
James Day. And he just really isn't coping with AD's score. AD's not the top of his game. James Wilson's not really coping with that consistency.
Wilson's average just nudging 80. Lewis 97. Four from 12 on the checkouts, not too bad. Certainly improved. The crowd have found another gear as well. Barely a seat to be had here in Mulheim, by the way. The floor is full, but the stands on one side are full as well. One or two standing in the aisles at the back, along the sides as well. As Lewis peppers another 180. And Wilson is up against it now, especially with that first dart finding the one bed.
Yeah, Lewis is gradually cranking it up.
81.
Looking for the treble 19. That leaves double 12 for an 11 dart leg.
Loves the double 12.
And a 7 flag. Adrian Lewis.
Well, just to let you know, in the development of the second tournament, the young Belgian Dimitri van den Berg beat Josh Payne 4-2 in the final. Ted Everts and Jimi Hendrix were the semi-finalists. So a good day up in
60.
Wigan.
At Robin Park. So Lewis almost there. Michael van Gerwen will be getting himself ready. The reigning European champion Michael van Gerwen. He won his crown here in Mulheim last year. He'll be defending his title in Belgium this year. Tickets for that event, if you want to see van Gerwen defend his crown, are available via pdc-europe.tv at the end of October.
57.
That'll be a terrific occasion. Mulheim was the venue last year for that. Moving over to Belgium this year for it.
100.
And van Gerwen will be the overwhelming favourite to defend his crown there next October, or sorry, next month I should say, as well.
43.
Well, there's just another blot on the copybook, a 57 and a 43 for Lewis in this leg so far. As Wilson draws himself into a good position to claw back another leg here. Lewis responds in kind, but it might be too little too late. But he's put himself in a very good position in case Wilson slips up, and he may well do. Let's have a look. Double 6 then he needs. Oh, that's nicely done.
James Wilson. Time for Adrian to throw first. Game on.
But Lewis throwing first in the 9th leg of the match. Could well be the final leg of the match as well.
Yeah, right. He's just been a little bit too consistent on the treble 20, and you know, we go back to the first 2 or 3 legs when he was out of sorts, and James Wilson didn't take advantage of that with Lewis, and now Lewis has got into a bit of a stride. All is not lost, but it is an uphill battle for
85.
Wilson.
Yeah, Lewis's average has just crept over the 100 barrier as well. 5 from 13 now on his doubles. That's almost 40%. So he's moving in the right direction. There you see the first 9 average very. Oh, he's up a bit healthier too now. But as far as Lewis is concerned, the objective here was to get the job done, get the win under his belt, and get the tournament up and running, really, and take it from there.
40.
Well, he's going to get 6 darts from here to clean this game up.
And should he do so, he'll be well aware that a tougher assignment lies in wait tomorrow with Terry Jenkins in the 3rd round. Terry Jenkins battling through earlier on to book his place in the last 16 against Steve West earlier today.
60. Adrian, you require 76.
So 76 for A.D. Lewis. 16 leaves tops for the match.
56.
Champagne's on ice for the time being.
Yes, and if you're going to miss that, you know, you need to overpitch it. Mostly you aim for the double, it just pulled it low. But the Thames route was what messed him up in an earlier leg, wasn't it?
100. You require 20.
He may well be wary of that, but 3 darts at double 10, you'd fancy him to do it, and he duly does. And Adrian Lewis, the number 4 seed, is safely through. James Wilson certainly had his moments in that one. A very nice finish of 69 in leg 8 to make it 5-3, an 11 dart leg to level things up at 2 apiece as well. But ultimately, the 2-time world champion was just a bit too good for James Wilson there, and it's Adrian Lewis, the number 4 seed, who goes through to face Terry Jenkins in the last 16 tomorrow. Healthy averages in the end, but you suspect there is room for improvements for Adrian Lewis, but he is through. Job done for him. We'll hear from him very shortly. Up next, as if you needed any reminding, it's Adam Hunt against the world number 1 and the 4-time winner on the European circuit this year, Michael van Gerwen. Don't go anywhere, that's on the way.
James Wilson, Applaus für den Jamie Dodger. Adrian, nice to see you. How are you? How was Australia? How was the World Series?
Yeah, I mean, I played 3 events. Lost to Gary the first one, then beat Gary again, and obviously reached the final in the second one, and then beat Gary, Phil and Barney and won the Auckland Masters. So yeah, very good.
Is it more work or is it more holiday to play this World Series?
No, it's work, definitely. No. You can have the odd day off. I mean, I was doing interviews and TV shows every day, so it was tough for me. But you know, I aren't really a talkative person, if you can say that. I'm a bit more shy.
Happy with the performance today against James?
I thought I played really well. I mean, you know, I thought when I went to in love, it was a great game, and then James come back at me well, and then I upped the gears. So yeah, I'm very happy with that.
See you tomorrow again. Thank you, Adrian Lewis. Adrian Lewis, jackpot!